I see you, you big beast, you. Who really is the predator of this situation? The tortoise or the big bad wolf? I'll let you decide on this nature documentary that's about to go extremely, extremely violent. Not for me, of course, just for all the Bears guards, but that'll come in due time. Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Slide 3, Honor Among Thieves. Previously, we had our semifinals match with Team Iceland and Belgium, and it wasn't that hard to be brutally honest with you. In fact, it was really fun, and we were able to secure our spot in the final round of the Aces competition with no problems at all. Furthermore, we did get Buckshot arrested again by Carmelita after doing a little bit of manipulation to the strategy or the situation, and got Carmelita to haul off Buckshot to jail once again. Today, as we can see, we're gonna find a way to use this beast to our advantage, as we will attempt the next job, Giant Wolf Massacre. I say this as the beast is having his latest feast, but let's see if we can use that to get rid of some of the Baron's guards around the entire field.
Aha! A perfect feral specimen of Lupus gigantormus.
So let me get this straight again. You plan on stalking that thing, drugging it, putting the guru on board, and setting the two free to smash up the guards?
An airtight plan, I agree. It's simplicity itself. By channeling the wild destruction housed in that bloodthirsty creature, we should be able to thin out the Black Baron's ranks. Which, of course, means fewer enemy pilots flying against you in the finals.
I'm all for evening the odds in our favor, but come on. This plan seems a little risky.
Not at all. I've modified my sleep darts with heavy doses of skunk bulb. It should be enough to pacify the beast, provided he doesn't catch wind of me first.
All right, that sounds okay. You can hang back and shoot him at a distance.
Well, given the weight of the darts, I'll need to sneak up behind him and take a shot within a few meters.
Meters?
Quit trying to freak me out and put the guru on the binocucom. After I put the wolf to sleep, it'll be up to you. Thanks, Guru. You always know just what to say.
I have no idea what the guru is saying. Actually, this is the point I've been meaning to bring up for a while now. How in the world can everyone else but the player understand what the guru is saying? Did the Murray teach Sly and Bentley like a crash course in Dreamtime language or Australian native language when they were making their way to Australia? Is that it? Because that's the only logical reason I can come up with as to how Sly and Bentley can understand what the guru is saying at any given time. It's something that has really frustrated me over the years, and they never offered an explanation why or how can anyone else do that. It's really weird. And the thing, the guru did have some sort of voice actor that could actually speak lines at one time, but that's not present in this final game, and that just really drives me up the wall. This is making me go into a little more detail than I thought I would, but it's just something that's bothered me for a long time. So when you see the crosshair appear on the wolf's icon, which I think is like the dingo's icon that it's reusing from the last level, I guess it just all came out of the same to Sucker Punch in this case for the Cooperverse. That's kind of racist if you think about it. But just shoot him in the butt, and then get away from this guy as fast as possible. Even if he does catch wind of you, just run and don't look back, or in this case, accelerate, since, you know, Bentley's on wheels, because handicap. Not saying there's anything wrong with being handicapped, it's just that Bentley's kind of at a bit of a disadvantage, since he's got to use his arms a little more to make himself go faster, but he's been able to make it work. I mean, he's fit so many things, it's like such a small space, as Sly mentioned in the hazard room when you do go through Bentley's little tutorial. So it is amazing how Bentley's able to turn this small device and make it into something that he can use to fend off any foes. Okay, that was weird. That wolf was having a little bit of a meltdown there for a second. Doesn't know how to climb up a hill, apparently. No, that's not good enough. I have to be on level ground in order for this to work. I can't be on any ledges or any roofs for this. Alright. I wonder if he can get me up here. Well, if he doesn't catch wind of me into the skunk bomb, yeah. And wait, I actually can pick him off again, can I? Yeah, I can. So if I'm stuck on a ledge like this and I'm close enough to the wolf, I'm able to use the darts on him? That's really cool. Maybe that was like a bug for this one time. Nope, it can actually work. Awesome.
Nice work, big game hunter. The skunk bomb is kicking in. He's almost asleep. Guru, you're up. You should be able to possess the giant wolf now that he's out.
I did not think that could work. I never tried that before. I'm always able to do that when I'm on like level ground with the wolf. Well, you learn something new every day. And this was something new that I'm really happy about. So now with the wolf asleep,
Mow down these thugs.
we're now gonna ram into anything that looks like one of the Baron's guards. Controls are simple with the wolf. Move around with the left stick, press X to jump, and press square to do a lunging attack. Be careful you don't lunge into any wall like this, because the wolf will take damage if you do ram him into the wall. Of course, if you do it too many times, the wolf can actually die. So, like I said, just go after the entire, I guess, platoon of the Baron's guards, because they do serve as pilots for the Baron's team in the Aces finals. And that's the main reason why we've been doing this entire giant wolf job to begin with. Okay, let's go over here. I'm pretty sure you can find guards whether they're in town or out in the field near those windmills or at the hangar space. Just any guard you can find, take him out quickly. Also, the wolf can die instantly if it does land into a body of water. So we got 5 guards left to deal with, and guards do respawn, as they often do in these kind of games. So you're never low on anything to add to your body count.
Just 3 more to go.
Oh, careful about that explosion. That actually didn't take any damage. Sweet.
2 more.
I have no idea how that happened. I have gone through that explosive canister before,
And it's a done deal.
and I have taken damage because of it. But this time it didn't work. I'll take it. Okay, one last guard. Aha, there you are. And finished.
Excellent. That should even the odds tomorrow in the finals.
The part I was really worried about that job was trying to drug this beast at all. I'm surprised I was able to find a method that I could shoot darts at a very rapid pace like I just did. Never been able to do that before, because I never really thought that could work, but I guess I was wrong. Like I said, you learn something new every day, and in this case, it happens to be something that I'm very happy about. Also, I have no idea why pickpocketed items kind of act weird like that sometimes. It happens every now and then, and I don't know why, it just does. So now the last job, I guess we have to complete the first 2 in order to unlock this one. It's way off in the hangar space. Windmill Firewall. And this is the job you need the hover pack for, because it is required for you to use for, well, at least just for this next job. Also, just be really helpful in general, since you can extend your airtime because hovering. That's a very useful thing to have.
How do you plan to hack into the aircraft control tower?
It's simple, really. The whole system is linked through computer nodes which monitor the power generated by the nearby windmills.
Seriously? All the power around here comes from the local windmills? I thought they were just for looks.
The control nodes tell a different story.
How do you plan to get up there? It's pretty high.
My turbo chair has been outfitted with an extra afterburner. Heights such as that are nothing to me.
And this is why you need the hover pack, so you can access some of the higher points in this level. So we can just use this, and with a couple of bursts for the afterburner, we're able to go even higher than we can before. You can hit the X button 3 times now as opposed to 1. Of course, just hold X to glide down safely like I'm doing right now. The main purpose of the hover pack is just to make you go even higher and extend your air time, which is very useful, like I said before.
Prepare yourself, computer. I will show no mercy. Good thing I've got hacker code linked to the right analog stick. This data stream looks protected. Looks like I might need to transport the circular lockdown code. Finally, some challenge.
And Bentley just basically described what the hacking minigame is about. This is a returning feature from Slide 2 with this whole hacking thing. But at least unlike Slide 2, you can replay these kind of jobs that do involve hacking at any time because of the job replay menu, which is something I really like. I do like the hacking minigames, to be honest. They're just a nice little side activity you can do. Well, not really a side activity since they are part of the jobs. They are a little bit of a required thing you have to accomplish to advance through the game. But it's just something that just changes things up a little bit, and I like that.
Another falls before my digital kung fu.
And Bentley's acting as dorky as ever because now it is element is hacking. We've heard of that he's a bit of a double-edged expert and as well as a genius, but I feel like hacking is where he is most suited for. After all, back in Slide 1, that was the very first thing you could do with Bentley in the entire Sly Cooper series, is him doing his little hacking thing. And look how far he's come now. A few years later, he had a lot of like field experience under his belt. He's a pretty formidable asset to the gang now more than ever.
Come, grasshopper, kneel before the feet of the master. Looks like they're going to put up a little fight this time.
I think they're gonna give you they're gonna give you like different maps to go through with these hacking sessions. That's pretty much what this entire job is all about. Is to show you or reintroduce you, if you played Band of Thieves before, the entire hacking thing that this game has going on.
A digital black hole. Gonna have to hack around it.
Now, I'm not sure if it's just me, but it sounds like Bentley gets cut off when he was saying we have to go around this black hole. By the way, the black hole is a new obstacle you have to look out for in these hacking minigames if you're coming off of Slide 2. I'm pretty sure that was never in a Band of Thieves before, so this is something you have to look out when you're going through the whole hacking thing. It's not that hard to navigate around, to be honest. It doesn't like pull you in that hard. And even if you do get pulled in, you can just use the left stick to move out of the way like so, and you'll be safe. There really is no problem to be had with these black holes at all. They're a pretty minor inconvenience if anything else.
Another terminal terminated.
Okay, the next one should be, yep, over there on that windmill. So we'll just make our way over there and continue our hacking superiority. This is actually a good time for me to talk about Carmelita for a bit. I know it's a little strange to talk about her now since we did complete her job the last episode, but there's something I want to mention, and since we're going through hacking, it's pretty much nothing we haven't seen up until now. I don't think it's going to be anything different that we'll be going after from this point on.
Don't worry, my pet. I'll make this quick and painless.
There's a little tradition that has gone around the entire Sly Cooper series since its inception as far as Carmelita goes. In every game, she's always had a voice actress change to her character. And this has been like a really huge inconsistent thing. Probably the most inconsistent thing that the Sly Cooperverse has ever had about it. But from what I researched, this really isn't a common occurrence for other versions. In this game, she's presented with more of a Latina accent to, I guess, emphasize her Latin background, which is something I didn't know about before until playing this game. I think that was kind of apparent in Sly 1, but it wasn't that emphasized in my opinion. By the way, we did see a couple of new enemies, just as I said we're not gonna be introduced to anything new. There's these orange R-Wing things. I kind of see them as R-Wings to be honest, because of Star Fox. Like, give that Star Fox comparison with a place where you least expect it. They'll shoot and move like you, so just keep your distance from them, and you should be fine. Of course, avoid their fire as well.
Excellent. Now for the aircraft control tower. Once it's hacked, the system will be mine.
And we did see that those bunch of red ships were kind of piloting their little vehicle, I suppose. That's not any tougher either. Just move around and shoot while avoiding their fire, much like with the arrowed avatars, and you'll be fine from that specific enemy too.
You'll have to use your auxiliary afterburner to get over to that computer. Jump as far as you can towards it, then goose the afterburner. Go easy on the throttle, and you should get a few bursts.
Aha, my final opponent. Looks like they saved the big code for last. How that be?
I may have to concentrate a little bit for this one. It's just I guess on the whole about what I had to say about Carmelita for a little while. Just keep going around. You'll be fired from all angles in this last map, so be sure to keep your distance and just take out the most important things. More specifically, those station avatars in the corners and that one with the vehicle thing. But not done yet. Oh, rather, it's these things. Okay. We need to take out these weirdly shaped avatars. Like I said, just move around and shoot. You'll be able to avoid their fire. And you can collect these spheres to open this gate, provided you don't get pelted by fire first. And there we go.
Success! I've got total access. Wait, the code's unstable. Everything's speeding up. Windmill throwing stars, eh? This little system bug might come in handy. Thanks to our combined efforts, we're now ready for the final round of the Aces dogfighting competition. Put on your helmets, because it's time for Operation Turbo Dominant Eagle. In just a few hours, Team Iceland and Team Belgium will begin fighting it out in the B-Champs round. This will provide the perfect cover for step one of my plan. Sly, use the catapult and your paraglider to get access to the local gunships. Plant some tracking devices, then head back to the team hangar and suit up for the finals. Murray, you're up next. Use your rowboat to pull down the aircraft communication antenna. With it out of commission, the Baron will have to use an unscrambled radio frequency to call in the gunships for backup. If that happens, I'll be ready with our secret weapon. And with the tracking devices installed, I'm guaranteed not to miss. In the end, though, it'll be up to Sly. This is a sudden death competition. The first team to take out last year's champ wins. That's if the Black Baron doesn't take out all the competition first.
And now we have our main operation all planned out. Hopefully, if the pass is anything to go by, things will actually go smooth for once, because our operations till now have not gone smooth at all. They've always diverted in one way or another from the plan. And before we close things off for today, I want to quickly go on about what I was talking about earlier with Carmelita's VA changes, which has been a constant thing that's been so inconsistent throughout the series. We'll go for Silent Obliteration first. I like that one better. We can hold on till Grapple Camp. That's not needed till a little later on. And besides, we don't have that much cash to go after until we actually get the required amount to get the Grapple Cab. Now, as I was saying about Carmelita, her voice changed like so much throughout the entire series. It's nuts. In Sly 1, her VA was Roxana Ortega, and I couldn't find anything on her IMDb page that I knew her from before or after her role in that game. The second game, which was my personal favorite incarnation of Carmelita, was done by Alicia, I hope I pronounced her name right, Elisa Glidewell. Not only she's voiced Carmelita, she actually voiced Neela in Band of Thieves 2, and furthermore, has been the VA of Crystal in Star Fox Assault. And this game's incarnation of Carmelita is Ruth Levere. I couldn't find anything about her that I was familiar with in other forms of media either, but there you go. You see my point about how Carmelita's voice has been different in every Sly Cooper game. Like I said, it's the biggest inconsistency in this entire series. And in Sly 4, her voice actress would be changed again. But that wasn't the case in other regions from what I've researched on. In Japan, she only had one VA change throughout the entire series. She was voiced by Dania Caracola. I hope I'm saying that right. You might not know her name, but you will know her as the voice of Detective Montoya from the Batman anime series. And Caracola, or Caracola, like I said, I don't know how to pronounce her nickname or her last name that well, but she was the VA of Carmelita in Italy, and there was only one VA for the majority of the series in Finland. It seems that everyone else but the American version of this game or the series has been able to keep up with a consistent VA for Carmelita. I have no idea why. That's the North American version always has a trouble of having one VA to stick with Carmelita for good. Maybe they just never found the right person? I have no idea, but that's always been a thing that's haunted throughout this entire series. And if Sly 5 was to ever be a real game, I'm pretty sure the VA would be changed again. Probably just as a running joke at this point, and they want to keep up with that. That's what I suspect would happen. But in any case, I was able to get the grapple cam while I was going on my little rant about Carmelita. Hopefully, one day she will have a permanent voice actress that will stick. I highly doubt it though. But in any case, we're done for today. We were able to take care of the remaining of Bentley's jobs, and now we have everything set up for the big heist in Holland. So next time, we're gonna go through with Turbo Dominant Eagle and hopefully win the Aces competition, which if we're able to do that, we will recruit Penelope into the gang. Until we meet again, farewell for now.